Fan. Dream about the Fan. Then change your sheets. Gross.
Ew, you guys are gross, but stick around in case I don't find anyone else.
The Fan.
Hey, Max, you look absolutely dashing in that purple tie. Ready to harness the world?
You bet, Daisy. I'm ready as I'll ever be. And might I say, your purple tie really pops with your vest.
Thanks. I almost went with a cape, but didn't want to come across as pretentious.
Nonsense. Anyone in our line of work should rock a cape.
You might be onto something, Max.
Phew, so here we go. First day on the job. We've got this, right?
Right. Don't forget, we both graduated from Dogs Inc. with honors.
Which means I can guide my human around a busy city with ease.
And I can give my human a restful night.
I hope my human is kind and loving.
And I hope mine likes wet kisses and zoomies.
Ready to make a difference?
Born ready. Let's go.
Discover how extraordinary dogs like Daisy and Max change lives at no cost to the recipients. Visit dogsinc.org.
You've had a long, hard day of consuming football.
Football is all I got.
And as we all know, the only way to prevent a hangover is to have another round.
Don't that feel good when your crowd behind you? You know what I'm saying? Let's give them something to cheer for now.
This is Fan College Football Game Night. Early game scores and recaps, along with previews of the big night games.
Sponsored by the Waterworks and Header Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. From sump pumps and water heaters to full-service heating and cooling repair and replacement. The Waterworks and Header tackle it all.
Things fun, right?
Yes.
Going
yes.
6-0 is fun.
Yes.
Congratulations, Ohio State. The Buckeyes are bowl eligible.
Oh,
As if
God, I was worried
as if
about
there
that.
was any doubt.
Liberty Bowl still in play.
Hey, or Idaho, or maybe the Little Caesars Pizza, if that's still a thing, or the Pop-Tart.
Liberty Bowl is where we're headed right now. Be Liberty Bowl.
Those are all possible destinations
you're right. That's
for
fair.
the top-ranked Ohio State Buckeyes. But the prize they still have the eyes on is the college football playoff and a repeat of your national championship you won last season. Buckeyes get it done 34-16 in a game I'm sure you heard right here on the Fan and are very well aware of what happened at Memorial Stadium in Champaign-Urbana. Reiser and Tito, Adams along with us. We're with you for the next 2 hours. We're going to walk you right up to Blue Jackets Minnesota Wild pregame. So we're the CBJ pregame show this evening. Game 2 of 82 for the Columbus Blue Jackets. Go ahead.
Are we college game night or are we Jackets pregame?
We're game night on the Fan.
Okay, I just want to
I'm just going to go game night.
Okay, that's fine. We're game night.
It took us to week 7.
Yep.
But I have finally figured out the post game show will just be called game night.
So we're game night, but we're also pregame.
That's game day.
Okay.
And sometimes Fan Sports Center.
You know what? This is what it is.
Yeah, we're here with you.
It's just
and you're
Reiser
here
and Tito talking.
with us.
That's all it is. We're going to talk until they shut us down.
Well, it was billed as one of the biggest days in the college football calendar.
And it is.
It has huge playoff implications, but last week felt more fun.
Oh.
In terms of, hey, all of these things have been great because your marquee matchups, I'll argue at no point, at any point at all, in the Ohio State-Illinois game was I worried about the outcome. I know at the end, guys that had Ohio State minus the 15.5 were sweating or had the over, or had the Illinois plus the 15.5.
Right.
If you had OSU minus the 15.5, you might want to think of a way you can thank Arvell Reese.
Yes.
That first down sack on Altmaier saved everybody's bacon in terms of you degenerates out there.
But, wait. Yeah, you people, not me. You guys.
Well, I'm not going to speak for you.
It was me.
You did have the Buckeyes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
So you're thrilled.
I didn't take the under. I didn't take the 14.5 what I had it at. Yeah.
It through different points in this game because I now watch football games wearing two different hats.
Okay.
Or seeing the game through two different lenses. There's the fan in me that knows this Ohio State's a football Ferrari. Okay. And when they would blow the doors off of anybody. You've got the best quarterback in the country. You've got the best player in college football on the planet. You take Jeremiah Smith to any country, he's the best college football player.
Yes.
So I'm saying he's the best college football player on the planet.
Fair.
There should be no hiccups in your offensive game plan.
Sure.
Like I think I even tweeted that when you have 10 and when you have 4, there should be no red zone issues. Because either you're getting it to Jeremiah or he's creating enough problems for everybody that they can't cover all of those players. And I looked to that Bo Jackson 17-yard screen was, well, they're trying to focus down the field to take things away. You have Bo Jackson available to you. But I do think for Ryan Day, and you saw him at a really hot moment in the third quarter, and I do wonder, just to, I'll just, go off in a different direction, how frustrating it must be to coach against Brett Bielema. Because I think that was part of it too. Because and we've known this for a couple of years now, where it's a goal of his to, when you have to substitute.
Yeah.
He's telling his guys to,
hey, just take your time.
Linger a little bit.
Right, yeah. It's
the game that he
don't
plays.
Hustle.
Don't worry about it. We got time because they have
jog
to
off, but don't
they
hustle.
have to let you
they have to let you
substitute.
Yes.
That combined with the ref show in the first half was as Big Ten officiating as it gets. And I do think that much like pitch clocks,
right,
you need a review clock. If you cannot get the review done in 30 seconds, it goes to the call on the field.
Yep. I'm with you on that. That's fine. But yes, you could tell that Ryan Day was frustrated a couple of times during this game with either calls or timing, or Ohio State's also inability. The one time, right, late the third quarter, was it, when he got upset about Ohio State used a timeout because they were winding down the clock and Ohio State was down close. There was a time down there when that happened as well.
There were some issues where it looked, and I think two of them specifically on like punt coverages, and I think they took delay of game penalties where they just weren't thinking. Like these were clear just mental errors where they weren't looking at the clock,
right,
and not everybody was on the same page. And I think for an offensive possession for the Buckeyes, that's what really got Ryan Day hot. He's like, guys, we're still in the third quarter of this thing. It is so human, I think, to be where these players are at a place where Eric the fan was, because you weren't worried about the game. You're just kind of frustrated that it felt a little clunkier as the game went along. And so I'm sure for Ryan Day, the players were also kind of exhibiting that.
I would think that. And I was watching the game there.
They played like it in the second half.
Look, and the thing I'm most excited about watching Ohio State now is the defense. Like, that's what excites me the most, is watching how the defense plays. And the defense was B- today.
Okay. I was going to give him a B.
I think it'll B-. I just, they certainly made some big plays. You mentioned the sack of Reese first down. Big play. No doubt about it. I look at the final score and I think they gave up 16. First time this year they gave up double-digit points.
Yeah.
And I feel like if Illinois would have gotten 10, I would have given them an A-. But because they got 16, it's a B-.
Those were it was like half backups.
Yeah, I know.
The final Illinois touchdown. And I know that's another Brett Bielema, that's another like thing that he does in games where they're losing. They try to make the score seem not as bad as what happened on the field. Because if you watched all four quarters, there wasn't any question in who's the better team here.
Yep.
But if you can make it, what would it have been? If they get the 2-point conversion and then they're able to score another touchdown, it's much closer. And he can say, look at the game we had against Ohio State. Because at that point in the afternoon, it does feel like nationally eyeballs are going elsewhere.
Do you feel like last year when Indiana came in and Signetti, who I still call a fraud, but whatever, we'll figure it out. Anyway,
we'll know a little bit more
we'll know
today.
Soon. We will know. Maybe before we're off the air. But Indiana came in like, oh, we're this. And Signetti's like, oh, we're going to compete with Ohio State. And then he kind of coached, like, at a certain point, he's like, you know what, we're not going to win this game. Do you think there was a point in time when Bielema said, you know what, we're not going to win this game? And when did that happen? Was it halftime? Was it third quarter?
I would say late in the third quarter.
Late in the third, he might have realized, like, hey, guys, we're not going to win this game. And he didn't say it to them. I'm saying just as a coach, though, in his mind, he's like, you know what? This is not going to result in a victory. Let's just try to keep respectable.
Because even down 20 to nothing, when they go and they get that field goal,
right?
And then towards the end of the half, they get the field goal, but in that drive, like they're going up tempo with it,
right?
And so that seemed to really work for the Illini. And you wondered coming out of the half, because Illinois got the ball. I also want to throw all the play calls for Ohio State right before, so they get the ball. Ohio State does with about a minute left in the first half, and they just don't do anything with it.
3 and out, yeah.
And I'm like, we just try something, because
the
worst thing you do is you give Illinois the ball back with a chance. I don't know.
To make it 20-6.
How much of a chance they would have gotten with 20 seconds left to go, but you never know in those kind of situations. But then they were going to come out in the second half and go up tempo.
Right.
Because that's the logical thing to do, right? Actually, here's Brett Bielema after the game on something that he wished he would have continued to do with the Illini.
I actually wanted to go Temple the whole freaking game because they couldn't do shit with it, right? Like, we were doing a lot of really good things. So in retrospect, I think we could have done that a little bit sooner, a little bit quicker. Our quarterback's really good with it. But they got good players all over the place. Matt's obviously a very talented coordinator. They got really good personnel. But it seemed like when we went tempo that things really began to work our way. We just needed to go to it probably a little sooner, a little more often.
So logic would have dictated that that's what he sticks with in the second half because I think Illinois probably would have found themselves earlier in the game being able to go up tempo, but they just kept turning the ball over.
Yeah, that's what it was. Ohio State defense created that.
You have to be perfect in games like this against a team that has so much more talent than you. And Illinois clearly wasn't perfect, but it wasn't perfect for the winning team either. We'll break down a lot more about the Buckeyes and the Illini coming up next. It's the Fans Game Night on The Fan.
Holiday gifting is a good deal better when you shop early holiday deals at Meijer. Save $40 on a Keurig K-Slim single-serve brewer. Save 25% on Room and Retreat Collection Cold Weather Throws. Get 30% off select Hasbro board games. And get 50% off select Hatchimals Alive toys. Bring more happy to the holiday season with early holiday deals at Meijer. Exclusions apply. See all deals in-store or in the Meijer app.
Treat yourself to a new ride from Coughlin Kia, Central Ohio's largest volume Kia dealer. Get 0% on a new 25 Kia EV6 or 26 EV9, or get up to 11 grand off MSRP. Get 1.9% on a new 25 Telluride during the Kia Fall Sales Event. Visit CoughlinKia.com.
Based on 2024 retail sales, 0% for 60 months and 1.9% for 48 months equals 1667 and 2165 for 1,000 finance through Kia Motor Finance. Not all will qualify. Manufacturer incentives to dealer. Prior sales excluded. Ends 10/31/25.
Hey guys, it's Timmy Hall from my friends at Orthopedic One, Central Ohio's most trusted orthopedic practice. 2 years ago, I was actually experiencing hip pain for the first time in my life, and I knew I needed the best. So I chose Orthopedic One for my physical therapy needs. And in a matter of weeks, I was rotating that golf swing better than before, and I was the longest hitter in my group again. So be like me and trust Orthopedic One and stay at the top of your game. Several convenient locations across Central Ohio. To find a physician or location near you, just go to orthopedic1.com.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, I think I saw a fox on my way in.
Oh, that was the Carfax Carfox. He was congratulating us on our Carfax Top-Rated Service Center Award.
I have always rated Tire Discounters at the very top.
Oh, thanks. So does Carfax. And not just for tires, but for all our services, too.
Alignment, brakes, shocks and struts, and more.
Yes, sir.
But, Mike, do you think people believe Carfax over me?
Well, you are the Phantom Tire buyer.
Exactly.
October 10th, 11th, and 12th brings the Columbus Italian Festival's 45th anniversary to the streets of Italian Village. Cheer a bocce tournament, step to Italian line dancing, or be enthralled with Italian music. Everywhere. Free parking at Columbus State. Hop on the free shuttle to the festival grounds. Many wait all year for the 3 days to devour one of the best voted pizzas in the region. Skip the line. Buy tickets online and save $3 at ColumbusItalianFestival.com. Come for the pizza. Stay for the festival.
You know me, when it comes to big moments like popping the question, I always say, I've got a guy. That guy is Bob Capace at Worthington Jewelers.
Thanks, Common Man. Right now, it's our fall bridal sale. Buy one, get one 50% off. Engagement rings, wedding bands, wedding jewelry. We've got it all.
If you want sparkle, you want quality, and you want to save big, trust me, I've got a guy.
That's me. Come see us at Worthington Jewelers.
Worthington Jewelers.
Where Columbus gets engaged.
Morning Juice, real football talk. Just two guys who aren't afraid to say what needs to be said.
And that's how she wrote. Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Now streaming mornings on YouTube and 10 TV Plus. Attack and dominate.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
The football season now stretches from August to late January, and we can't afford not to be at our very best all season. Hey guys, it's Eric Reiser, and if you're like me, looking at the calendar wondering how you're going to stay at 100% for the next 5 months, do what I did. Go see my friends at Hydrate Me Med Spa. I went to their Grandview location, got hooked up with a fast vitamin push that's got me feeling better than I have in years, and the NAD Plus has me thinking better too. From IV to aesthetic treatments, look great, feel great at Hydrate Me Med Spa. 4 locations, Grandview, Granville, New Albany, and Dublin. Book your appointment at hydratememedspa.com.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone here for Window Nation. We have had some good weather over this fall. It's been mostly warm, but sooner or later, it's going to get cold. Maybe you're already starting to feel it in your house because Your old drafty windows are letting in that air. Could be the builder grade windows that just came with your house. You thought you were getting great windows. It turns out they weren't as good as you thought. That's where Window Nation can help. This month, you can buy 2 windows and you'll get 2 more for free. There is no limit to how many windows you replace. Plus, your total price includes 1-day installation. Window Nation also has a deal where you don't have to make any payments for 2 years. Is that going to help out with your holiday bills a little bit? I would think so. And above and beyond all that, Window Nation also is giving away tickets to an Ohio State football game when you upgrade your home with Window Nation windows. Free windows, 0 payments for 2 years, all with Window Nation. Go to windownation.com. The estimate is free, the windows are great, and you can get Ohio State tickets. What's not to love? Go to windownation.com today. Once again, that's windownation.com.
Parents, are your teens good with money? No. Switch to Huntington Bank and let's teach them. They get their own card, which they can add to their digital wallet, and you can monitor and set spending limits. Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Hot takes from the early games, bad predictions for the nightcaps. This is Fan College Football Game Night.
Tito, I guess we could do some predictions for games that are going on this evening.
Perfect.
7:30, you got Georgia and Auburn. 7:30 in Hollywood, Michigan's at USC. 7:30, Texas Tech hosts Kansas. So if you're feeling frisky, 7 o'clock, Texas A&M hosts Florida. Texas A&M's not a cult. So I'm told. If you have to say you're not a cult, you're definitely a cult.
They're a cult. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah.
But I had this week 7 of the college football season, circled because you had obviously Ohio State and Illinois, and you had wondered. This is to my point that preseason polls still matter, despite how you might feel about them.
They don't.
Okay. When the Illini had a number next to their name, you looked at this and said, okay, trap game. They're in Champaign. They're the number 1 team in the country. It's understandable for Ohio State fans to sit there and go gulp, because Illinois also had a juice on their team who was jawing the entire afternoon until Jeremiah Smith shut him up.
Yes.
You had a game in Champaign, the number 1 team in the country. You're thinking, okay, there's no logical reason for Ohio State to go in there and drop this game. But the fear leading up to it was if they don't come out guns a-blazing, if they don't come out playing a clean game, taking advantage of Illinois miscues. I swear I'll call them the correct opponent sometime during the show.
Illinois.
You thought if Ohio State did everything wrong and kept Illinois around long enough, the Illini would fight back, and it would be a game into the 4th quarter. Well, good news. It wasn't the case today. Ohio State came out and was great offensively. See, I say great, but then there's, again, the 2 different hats I'm wearing as the fan and the analyst. Great from a standpoint of your quarterback was clean. He didn't have any turnovers for the 3rd straight game. Your offense didn't turn the ball over. You didn't have any dumb pre-snap penalties. You were able to keep your quarterback clean. You were able to run the ball decent. You didn't obviously open it up the way you wanted to, but you didn't have to because you're up 20-0 because they're making mistakes that you're capitalizing on.
My one fear, Reese, with this team, I'll go back to 1980. And when the Russians fell behind to the U.S., you saw it in Miracle. I saw it in real life.
Sure.
The Russians had no idea how to play from behind. Okay? No idea how to play from behind. It cost them. Drago, Rocky IV. Let's go more recently.
Okay.
Drago had no idea what happened when he got hit.
Yeah.
Okay? And I don't want Ohio State to go through the season and not know what it's like to get hit. I'm not saying it'll cost them, but like the Hurricanes in 2002, right, when they played Ohio State for the championship that year, Hurricanes were never challenged until then. And I don't want I'm not saying Ohio State to lose. I'm just saying I want them to know what it's like to get hit and come back. I don't think they felt that today either.
Boy, it certainly looked like that in the second half. Here's Ohio State's head coach just talking about coming into this game and having good energy.
Conference against a very good team, 11 a.m. kickoff. We all know the concern is that, you show up and you don't have a lot of energy. I don't think that was the case at all. I thought we did come in with good energy. I liked the way we played early. Quite honestly, was it all perfect? No, but they're a good team. That's kind of how it goes. And we all expect perfection, including me. But and I thought we played well there, towards the end of the 3rd, into the 4th. And then we took our foot off the pedal a little bit and lost our focus. But it's a good sign when you have to go into a locker room after a win like this and kind of, make sure everybody understands what a great win it was, because I think we all felt like we left a little bit on the field. But all that being said, I thought the effort was excellent. And, I like the look in our eye. Defense created a bunch of turnovers, which when that happens, the chances of winning are going to be, obviously in our favor. And then it feels like, on offense, when the ball's, in plus territory the majority of the day like that, certainly good things are going to happen. I did feel like we were in control of the game. And, again, kind of lost our focus at the end. But a good win on the road against a team that we have a lot of respect for.
You were in control of the game for the whole game.
Yeah,
but there were moments you're like, come on, Illinois.
The moments, though, Eric, were like, God, give up 3, not 7.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that was the thing. It's like when it was like, never thought Ohio State would lose, but there were times of like, God, just give up a field goal. Don't give up a touchdown. That's where it was. That was my biggest angst.
And, you obviously heard it from the head coach right there. Those are teachable moments. Those are moments that you can look to now in what's going to be a similar week. Because you're going to play at Wisconsin Saturday at 3:30. It's going to be I don't even know if I can call it a great atmosphere. I don't know what it's going to be. But you're setting yourself up to, if you come out sleepy, you could make it a 4-quarter game.
Right.
And that's, I think, the one thing you don't want to do in these situations, because November 1st, certainly November 29th, certainly if you make it to a Big Ten championship, those will be 4-quarter games.
Hey, don't discount UCLA now, too. They're coming here as well. They've been on fire lately.
Bruins are 2-0.
Yes.
So look out for that.
Yes.
Is Arkansas? I'd have to check on how the Razorbacks are doing, but it's like fired coaches. The Razorbacks are tied 17-all with Tennessee. That game's at the half.
Oh, that's
the
huge
12th
for
ranked
Arkansas.
Volunteers are hosting. So, yes, I guess if you fire, there it is. If you're unhappy with the coach, fire him.
Yeah.
See what happens. But for Ohio State, it's a lot to work on. It's a lot more to be desired. But I think you're going to get another conservative approach Saturday in Madison.
Look, Reese, I'd much rather have a situation where you're working on things after a win.
Yes,
than after a loss.
All of this discussion that we're having now, that we're going to have the rest of this week, that we're probably going to have for the next couple of weeks until that Penn State game, all has the caveat of, yes, we understand it's nitpicky.
Yes.
But that's where you get to be when you're the number 1 team in the country, where you're 6-0, where the number 2 team in the country is off this week, so nobody's paying any attention to Miami. Oregon right now is trailing 13-10. That game is 8.5 minutes left to go in the third quarter, but the Ducks are in the red zone. If you want to call it a shootout, you can't. Red River now, Texas has a 10-6 lead over number 6 Oklahoma. 6 minutes and change left to go there from Dallas.
Penn State leads Northwestern 14-13 going to the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Penn State's broken.
Northwestern's got the ball first and goal on the Penn State 9.
And I thought it was disingenuous last week where people said, well, Oregon beat Penn State twice. No, UCLA, in fact, beat Penn State.
Right, I know, I saw that.
Like, don't use the thing where you got to go across the country.
Okay. So if Northwestern wins this game,
the miles.
If Northwestern wins this game,
Oregon beat them 3 times.
Is that what it is?
It's
okay,
like,
it was 3 against Penn State.
No,
okay.
in fact, James Franklin. And then I guess the Nittany Lions could poll what UCLA and Arkansas did. Fire the head coach and see how it goes.
Who are you rooting for in this game?
Which one?
Northwestern, Penn State.
I'm rooting for Northwestern.
So am I. I want the chaos.
Because I think for Ohio State fan, if you're looking for a reprieve from Big Noon, which is atrocious.
Right.
Easy for me to say. Even like the Fox Big Noon kick, like that pregame thing is horrible to watch. Like I find myself in college football mornings with game day on one, Big Noon kick on the other. But today I had game day on one, and there was a wrestling event in Australia that I had on rather than watch whatever they're doing on Fox, because the Fox
game
product
day was great today.
Game day was awesome.
I loved it today.
That was so much fun. And Oregon's the one team from the West Coast that I'm really glad joined the Big Ten. The other ones, I wish they just kept the Pac-12.
I'm fine with Oregon USC. I don't need UCLA in Washington, but I'm fine with Oregon USC.
All right, so the Ducks just kicked a field goal. Now it is tied at 13. A handsome update anchor will have some more scores from around the top 25. That's a tease.
No, I'm just saying, you the handsome update anchor.
We can't pay it off before we go to it, Tito.
Okay, you do that. I'm going to see what I had. I think I teased Oregon down to 6.5.
We'll check in on some other Big Ten teams. We'll preview some of the matchups going on in the top 25 later tonight. It's College Game Night on The Fan.
Bo Bishop is a media legend. We have no idea where the other guys came from. Bishop and Friends.
Weekdays from 9 to noon.
The Fan.
We're 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
I was told you could make us feel better.
You're suffering from too much junkitis. Point at something you haven't used lately.
Wow, it's gone. Try it, honey. You'll feel light as a feather.
Something I haven't used?
All you have to do is point.
I feel like I'm flying.
That's the sound of optimism and energy and possibilities.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK or visit 1-800-GOTJUNK.com.
Treat yourself to a new ride from Coughlin Ford. Lease a new 25 Ford Mustang, Escape, or Bronco Sport. $399 a month with 0 down. New 25 Bronco, Explorer, F-150, or Lightning, only $499 a month with 0 down. Visit our newest location in Marysville or CoughlinFord.com.
48-month lease, all factory rebates to dealer. 7,500 miles per year, 25 cents per mile over. Excludes $387 dock fee, $395 disposition fee at lease end. No security deposit. See dealer for details. Ends 10/31/25.
At the Ohio Lottery, we make Keno fun. Your way. That means you pick your wager. Will it be $1, $2, a crisp $20? Your call. Like picking your own numbers? Use any inspiration you like. Birthdays, jersey numbers, you name it. And if you don't feel like choosing, there's the Super Quick Auto Pick. With regular promotions that'll get you more bang for your Keno buck, multiple ways to win, prizes galore, and live draws every few minutes. Anytime is the right time to get in on the Keno action. Keno is always fun, your way. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Helping a new driver get ready for their road test? Here's a convenient new way to make the most of your 50 hours of required practice driving time. The Road Ready Ohio app, available now at no cost to new drivers and their families. Road Ready Ohio keeps track of your driving experience together, providing feedback and safe driving tips. It even generates the documentation you need for the Ohio BMV. The Road Ready Ohio app, free to download in the Apple and Google App Stores.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code PATH to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code PATH for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code PATH for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. This is the Fans Game Day Scoreboard.
This game day update is sponsored by Mutual Federal, proudly serving Columbus with personal and business solutions at mutualfederal.com.
Good evening. I'm Eric Reiser. Top-ranked Ohio State improved to 6-0 with a 34-16 win over number 17 Illinois today in Champaign. Buckeyes forced 3 Illini turnovers. OSU's at Wisconsin next Saturday at 3:30. Elsewhere in the top 25 today, number 4 Ole Miss avoided the upset, beating unranked Washington State. Number 8 Alabama escaped Missouri with a 27-24 win. In the top 25 right now, don't call it a shootout. Texas leads number 6 Oklahoma 10-6. Out in Eugene, number 3 Oregon's tied 13-all with number 7 Indiana. Number 16 Notre Dame leads NC State 17-7. All of those games in the third quarter. Tonight at 7:30, Michigan's at USC. Auburn hosts number 10 Georgia. And in the NHL, the Blue Jackets skate against Minnesota. Tonight, coverage starts at 7:30 right here on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
This is Fan College Football Game Night. Scores, recaps, and hot takes.
Damn, I love football.
Hot. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
You are handsome.
Thanks.
Yep.
Reiser, Tito, Adam, here for the next 90 minutes. As you heard from the update anchor, the well-coiffed update anchor, Blue Jackets and Wild tonight at 8 o'clock. Of the Fans pregame coverage at 7:30. CBJ looked to bounce back from Thursday's 2-1 loss to the Predators. It's only game 2 of 82, but I guarantee you tomorrow at 8 o'clock on the Fans call-in show, you're going to get a very impassioned Ryan Baker.
Yeah, I would think so too, yes.
821-9710. He'll want to talk more about the Blue Jackets and the Wild than Ohio State and Illinois. Tell him he's wrong if you call.
You forgot the
821-9710.
614. You got to say it first. You got to say it first. You got to say it first.
I was going to yell at you and say it's assumed, but I should not assume.
That's fine. No, you can't assume.
614-821-9710. Do not call right now. We are not taking
the
your
old
calls.
saying says, assume just makes me an ass. But yeah,
that doesn't make me an ass. Just I am.
No, made me an ass.
Okay.
That's fine. Anyways, yes, the Jackets look 2-1. Not terrible. They got screwed on the one call. It was not interference.
They got hosed.
Jet played well.
Get hosed.
I know Elvis is starting tomorrow night, and we'll see what happens there. But I feel good about this team. Look, Nashville, the Jackets always lose in Nashville. They always do.
Yeah.
And so, if they lose in Minnesota, keep it respectable. It's not going to, all of a sudden be panic button mode.
Here's the thing where I'm at with this team for the season. Damn playing hard, damn being respectable, win.
Sure.
Night in and night out, go and win should be the expectation for this team for the remainder of the 81 games you got to play. I don't care about games lost. I don't care about the injuries. I don't care about any of that. This is now take the next step, be in a playoff position come January and February, and ride it into a postseason berth.
Sure.
Don't fall apart in March, please.
They have to be in the playoffs this year.
Yeah.
They have to.
Columbus,
what's
is
more
it
important?
nationwide Monday night hosting New Jersey?
What is more important, Jackets to the playoffs or Ohio State to the NCAA tournament in the men's basketball?
If you ask me in a year, I'd probably say Jackets in the playoffs because it feels like when it expands, everybody's going to be into the big dance.
Oh, yeah, when it goes to 340
I think
teams,
it's more important for Jake Diebler in year 2 to make the NCAA tournament.
I think so, too.
And it's unfair to say, but everything he does is going to be looked at in parallel to Dusty May at Michigan.
Yes.
And I think this week you had Big Ten basketball media days, and I know they did it at the Rosemont Horizon, but I don't know how many people paid attention. But Big Ten media likes Michigan to finish second behind Purdue in the conference. The Buckeyes are ninth.
That's all at ninth.
So
you know what? I'll take that as disrespect. I think it's disrespect. Ohio State's better than ninth.
I think with college basketball, outside of the several knowns, everybody's so unknown.
They are, but
because of how turnover happens so frequently with so many teams. I mean, this is a whole new batch of portal persons that Jake's bringing in. Hopefully, they're better than the last batch of portal persons. So yes, all that remains to be seen. I think they've got the Buckeyes do have a secret scrimmage against
Tennessee. I heard that too. Yeah.
And then on the 26th, a not so secret scrimmage. They're hosting OU at the Shot, which is cool. I think they should always be doing something like that, at least in state, before the season tips off there. But for the football Buckeyes, congratulations, you're going bowling.
Yes,
it's just one thing to check off the list. You're 6-0. Now you have the opportunity to go 7-0. You got Wisconsin next Saturday at 3:30 on CBS. And just as a quick aside, I'm kind of done with Gus and Joel.
Why?
I thought Gus's performance today left a lot to be desired. Joel, I think, is really good, but there were times I found myself going, "What are you talking about, Gus?" Like there was one. I forget which Illinois touchdown or which Illinois drive it was, but he didn't know if he had crossed the goal line or not. I'm like, then just don't say you don't know. Just go, we'll have to see what the officials on the field say. And then they were giving the officials a lot of love, and I'm like, no, this has been the worst officiated game this season for an Ohio State, or for a Big Ten team, I'll say.
It doesn't bother me about the announcers. I don't grade the announcers. What I thought
That's what I said as an aside, because, I know a lot of people don't care because it's the Buckeyes, but if you ever needed a chance or if you ever needed encouragement to switch over to Paul and Jim.
Well, do it anyway, yes.
Yeah. We'll have Tyler Danberg on at 6:45. He was on the sidelines today. I'm curious to get his thoughts and what he saw and heard from Ryan Day. Several points in that game looked like he about to lose his top.
I thought what was cool, though, one thing Gus Johnson did was when he was talking about the fact that he said, look, Ryan Day hired former NFL head coach Chip Kelly to run his offense. And then he hired former NFL head coach Matt Patricia to run his defense. And he said, I'm going to tell you right now, like he paraphrasing here, but like, hey, if it were me, I'm not going to hire, and I can't remember what he said. He said, I'm not going to hire.
I do remember that. He listed a bunch
Joe
of
Buck. I'm not going to hire
play-by-play guys.
All the different guys. I'm not going to hire all these different guys and mention them because he was like saying, look, these guys could be better than me, so I'm not going to hire them, which I thought was kind of cool. I thought it was funny. Funny moment.
I guess.
No, it was funny, Reese.
It's incredible, though, when you mentioned Matt Patricia, what this continues to look like. Because for Ohio State, and this was from 11 Warriors, Matt Guttridge, I want to just give the proper credit for it. The Buckeyes had not allowed a touchdown in 11 straight quarters till the Illini scored in the first drive of the third quarter. Last touchdown scored against Ohio State was the third quarter of the OU game. That ties the longest stretch since the Buckeyes defense had 11 consecutive quarters without a touchdown back in 2006, was Indiana through an Illinois game. When you're doing stuff like that, because 2006 is pretty good for the Buckeyes that year.
Not bad.
The way it ended leaves, obviously, wounds probably not fresh anymore, but this Ohio State defense last year was historic.
Yeah.
This year is encroaching even better. I don't know if you, even more rarefied air with what these guys are able to do.
Amazing.
Every single week against teams that are in the Power 5, Power 4 now.
You look at it, the way they played that game, especially in the first half. Like, if I'm Illinois, I'm like, what the hell? What do we have to do?
What more can I do? What more can be done?
Because they've had drives down deep. They've had incidents where incidents they could score touchdowns and they didn't. And it's like, like they're so beaten down by what Patricia was doing.
Well, I just think when you marry so spectacularly your incredible athletes to an NFL scheme that changes week to week with an opponent, you don't say my scheme is most important. You say my athletes are most important. How do I put them in the best positions to cover everybody at every given week? Because we're all doing different things now offensively. Sure. That's just how this works now. And so I think to marry that and then to have guys that are so good with football IQ, like Caleb Downs and Sonny Styles, and then just athletically freaks like Arvell Reese.
I have seen and talked to Matt Patricia, and he seems to really enjoy his time here right now.
His energy's off the charts.
It is. And you saw the thing about him with he talked to he was talking to the linebackers, talking to a couple players out there, and like they talked about how they've communicated more with Matt Patricia than they did with Jim Knowles in 2 years.
I buy that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I guess my question is, like Chip Kelly left after 1 year, back to the NFL, highly paid, smart move by him.
Yeah.
Totally get it. Do you think Patricia's here next year?
Yeah.
I think I do too.
Yeah, I think regardless of what happens, I think
Me
he's
too.
here for at least one more year.
If they go undefeated or if they don't go undefeated, I think he's here again.
Yeah, I think this is at least a 2-year thing. And I wonder what the next thing for him would be, because I'm not quite sure. And he probably wouldn't be able to give you that. He wouldn't give you that answer because I do think he's very much dialed into week by week with this team in this season. But I said it before the year, if everything goes well, then he is on to a I don't know, better job. I mean, you're the defensive coordinator of the number one team in the country. Maybe he wants to be a head coach. Maybe he wants back in the NFL. Certainly, he'd be a more viable option for a coaching position than his old boss and Bill Belichick.
Oh, no doubt about that. I think, though, Reese, I think Chip Kelly is a fantastic offensive coordinator, and that's what he should be.
Yep.
I think Matt Patricia is a fantastic DC.
Yes.
Don't be a head coach again. It's okay. It's okay. There's guys that's what they should do. That's what they're best at, is being that.
Yeah.
And Matt Patricia, and I've said it before, sorry, I've said it, you've probably heard me here, but like, if you're Matt Patricia with Ohio State, every week you have more talent than the offense on the other side of the ball. That's not the case in the NFL. Not the case at Knowles, Jim. Not the case at the college level most times. But if you're Ohio State, with the way this machine is rolling, stay there. Ride it out.
And I think to that point, you ride it into next season knowing some of the talent you have is returning.
Right.
And seeing some of those guys out there today. I know you had Peyton Pierce, had the interception. Jermaine Matthews had great coverage on it.
The conversation. Peyton Pierce is the one who said, like, I've talked more to Matt Patricia in the last, since he's been here, since the 2 years Jim Knowles is here. That's right.
I mean, Devin Sanchez was in at corner because you had Jermaine Matthews fill in for Lorenzo Styles.
Right.
Davis Nigbinosin won't be here, but, you had so much talent. And you've got so much waiting in the wings.
Yeah.
And a lot of those guys are being given great opportunity in games like this to show that their ceiling is so high. And so I think for Patricia, he sees that and goes, I would love to be able to mold a lot of this.
Yeah.
And at least for one more season. But, for the Buckeyes, I think there's a clunker coming.
Oh.
And I don't know, though, where. And I think that's the one thing I'd take away from this, how they played in the second half. I go, when are we going to get to, because it's only human, to a game where they're stumbling out of the gate and it bites them into the fourth quarter?
God, what would that be? Because we got Wisconsin, right? Then bye week. Is that correct?
Wisconsin, bye week, Penn State.
And then you got UCLA, Rutgers.
Well, you got Purdue, UCLA,
Purdue.
Rutgers.
Okay, fine. Purdue's bye week. UCLA, Rutgers.
Games in West Lafayette.
Where the sun never shines.
I mean, the whole Indiana-Illinois thing is...
I know.
Get the hell out of those
I can't wait to ask. I'm going to ask Tyler that question. Where does the sun shine less? Champaign or West Lafayette?
Well,
I'm not sure what the answer is.
Speaking of Indiana, the Hoosiers are up 20-13 over Oregon. There's 2 minutes left to go in the third quarter. You've got Texas now with a 13-6 lead over Oklahoma, 13 and change in the fourth quarter from the Texas State Fair. Georgia Tech's beaten Virginia Tech 35-14. That game's got 8 and change left in the fourth. Then Notre Dame's up on NC State 24-7. Fighting Irish look to go to 4-2. They're ranked number 16, and the third quarter's just wrapping up from South Bend. Of the games tonight, you're going to want to pay attention to, I think, Tito, Michigan at USC.
Yep.
For a team in Michigan, because I think they've got Michigan next week has the big noon kick. And I forget who they're playing in that. But that was something that I saw today. It's Washington. We got to have a conversation about the Huskies, because I do think after Friday's performance, they should be ranked. We'll do that next. It's College Game Night on The Fan.
The sound of Paul Keels calling a Buckeye game is erotic.
Oh, yes.
Your home of the Buckeyes, The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Hey there, you've got a ton of equity in your home. You're sitting on a gold mine. You could do so much with all that cash, like travel, invest it, or pay off debt. But you can't touch it unless you sell your home. But you really don't want to move. And besides, homes are sitting on the market a long time these days. You're trapped, right? Not with TrueHold. With TrueHold, you can cash out your equity in as little as 30 days. But listen, you don't have to move. You can stay in the home you love as a renter. That's TrueHold's Sell and Stay program. Cash out your entire home's value and stay put. TrueHold even covers property taxes, property insurance, and essential repairs. Imagine using that equity to travel, invest, or pay off debt. And you can stay in your home. It's brilliant, especially in this slow market. Get your all-cash offer now. Call 1-855-300-9993. Again, that's 1-855-300-9993. Or visit TrueHold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out on your home's value without moving. That's TrueHold.com.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
I love Right Pat Credit Union because they're solution driven.
I feel valued as a member. They're focused on the latest technology and the personal connections.
Experience benefits that go beyond banking with Right Pat Credit Union. Just ask our actual members.
I definitely recommend Right Pat to all my family and friends as a credit union of choice.
Visit one of our Columbus area Right Pat Credit Union member centers near you. Based on individual members' experiences, results may vary.
Hey, it's Anthony for Orthopedic One. I'm not invincible anymore. I never was, but I refuse to punt on things I still love to do. That's why over the past several years, when I've had things creep up, like back pain, shoulder issue, elbow problem, I've had it all, I've always chosen Orthopedic One. That's because Orthopedic One is Ohio's largest physician-owned orthopedic practice with 60 physicians in every specialty. Find a physician or location near you at orthopedic1.com. Orthopedic One. This is where you go to get better.
Meijer has everything you need to enjoy the flavors of fall. Locally grown tote bag apples are 89 cents a pound. Buy one, get one for $1 on fresh from Meijer boneless pork tenderloin. And assorted varieties of General Mills cereal are 2 for $4 when you buy 2 or more. Make your Halloween a ghoulishly good deal better with 25% off outdoor Halloween decor. And select snack-sized chocolate Halloween candy is $4.49 per bag. Make your Halloween a good deal spookier at Meijer. Exclusions apply. See all deals in-store or in the Meijer app.
You're kind of cute. Ugh, gross. Can I come over to your house one time and you not have your husband prancing around in its tighty-whities?
Well, I can't do laundry because our septic line is clogged.
Call Dormar. They do same-day plumbing repair. You're kind of cute.
Hey there, friends. Bo Bishop here. Looking for a bottle of the best blended whiskey in America? Well, look no further than High Bank Distillery Co. Their Whiskey War Barrel Proof won this prestigious title at the San Francisco World Spirits Competition. That's the most prestigious spirits competition in the world. From their classic Whiskey War to Double Oak to my personal favorite, the Cigar Cask, there is something for everyone. Find a bottle near you and learn more at highbankdistillery.com. Drink the best, forget the rest.
Morning Juice is live on YouTube. Weekday mornings starting at 6. Or on demand whenever you want it. Yeah, whenever. Bobby Carpenter's at your beck and call. And Tito's there too, to clean the toilets. Head to YouTube and subscribe today.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at runyondentalgroup.com. That's runyondentalgroup.com.
At Retail Rush, you can find name brand products at unbeatable prices because you set the price. Retail Rush sources overstocked, returned, and discontinued products in bulk from big box stores. Then we auction those products online starting at $5. You can get up to 90% off retail prices on beautiful basics for life's big moments, hot tech, and more at a deep discount. Pickup is fast and easy, so whether you're looking to splurge or save, we have you covered. Retail Rush. Deals made easy. Bid now at retailrush.com.
1-800-GOT-JUNK is your friend with the truck.
We make junk disappear.
All you have to do is point.
All our people are in uniforms.
And our trucks are clean and shiny.
And big.
We leave spaces empty and clean.
For you.
1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Hey there, Central Ohio. I'm 10 Weather Impact Meteorologist Michael Behrens. Through your latest forecast, we're looking at more quiet weather as we head through this evening and into tonight. Temperatures will slowly work their way down into the 40s with mostly clear skies. We'll see temperatures out there back into the low 70s on Sunday. Sunny weather continuing. Sunshine continues from there into Monday and Tuesday. Temperatures will stay in the mid-70s with quiet weather all week. That's your latest 10 Weather Impact forecast. I'm meteorologist Michael Behrens on 97.1 The Fan.
This is Fan College Football Game Night, your home of all things football.
All you boys think about is football.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Yeah, I was out in the hallway during the break, and Nate is running the board for Ohio State men's hockey.
Yep.
And I realized, oh, that's right, we're into hockey season.
Yes, we are.
It always comes out of nowhere. Yeah. Same with basketball season, or the NBA still got about another 10 days before they start on October 21st, I think, is Lakers-Warriors. But, yeah, you're just so in the thick of football that you're like, oh, other sports are happening. And this is, I think, Tito, my favorite time of the year.
I feel like it's a good time for me to tell you that I've made a decision.
Oh.
I'm going with Hennessy.
Yeah, how about that?
Did you see a fan suing him?
Yeah. I hope a judge laughs. I hope they go.
No, wait, what do you hope?
They take it to trial because LeBron's got enough money to have his representatives there in court. And I hope they do all the pomp and circumstance, all rise. They get in the courtroom. The judge goes, all right, case number, yada, yada, yada. And they just laugh at him.
Laugh at the
guy that is suing.
The customer.
Because he's an idiot. Yes. Laugh at that customer who spent 3 times as much for a regular season Lakers game because he thought LeBron was going to retire.
It was the last time LeBron plays Cleveland in L.A. That's why he bought the tickets.
Okay. So then what's his argument here?
That LeBron came out and said that this is the decision to end all decisions. If you look at LeBron's last decision, it was, I'm taking my talents to South Beach. So this one's a bigger deal than that.
What did you tell me about assuming?
It makes an ass out of me.
I feel like the judge maybe uses that line and then hits the laugh track.
LeBron's an idiot, though, dude. I
disagree completely because I think that is a smart, calculated marketing play that has goofballs in Columbus, Ohio, talking about him on a night where Ohio State became bowl eligible. And most of the fans listening to us now and the ones watching on YouTube go, why aren't these idiots talking about Ohio State?
Okay, that's fine.
34-16.
The goofball thing does
these morons
a little bit. No, they'll say these now because you said me.
No, but I called myself a goofball in that. I also called Adam a goofball.
Well, that's disrespect to Adam. Nonetheless, I'm just saying that I think LeBron made a mistake, but that's fine. We can move on. We'll talk about it later.
We should.
Details at 11.
I am. Maybe we'll do it at the 7. We'll do it in the 8
no,
o'clock.
we're not going to do 8 o'clock.
Special 8 o'clock hour of the program.
Yes, it's a podcast.
I'll ask Tito why he feels that way about
Perfect.
LeBron James.
I'd love to do this.
I do understand from an Ohio State fan standpoint, where you look at this game and you go, the Buckeyes got outgained in total yards and in passing yards, 295 to 272. The Illini had 295 total yards, 248 yards passing. Buckeyes 272 total, 166 in the air, but they had 106 on the ground.
Right.
And I know Ohio State fans are like, you have this football Ferrari. Let's start taking the top off of this thing. And I do think Illinois presents a lot of challenges with their secondary. I think that's the strength of their defense. I know that Ohio State for a couple of weeks now has really kind of told you that this season doesn't really begin till November 1st.
Sure.
You start with like the Daytona 500, of course, again, a game against Texas.
Yep.
And then you kind of just farting around tracks around the country until you get to those other marquee moments. And yes, Illinois had a number next to their name. We'll talk about rankings here in a second. That's not a game that you traditionally get up for, despite being for a wooden turtle.
Yes. Thank God it's not a live turtle anymore like it used to be.
Yes. No, it definitely shouldn't go. They shouldn't give college kids more
and paint the turtle. Yes.
Yeah, just no. It's good that this is a wooden thing, but like it's understandable for me to have the if the coaching staff is, and they're not going to say this out loud, but they might actually come out and say, we just wanted. Ryan Day says it all the time. We want to win the middle 8 and we want to churn the clock.
Yep, that's it.
And that's going to be Bo Jackson and C.J. Donaldson, and Ohio State fans are going to be frustrated as hell. But I'll tell you what, they're 6-0, 3-0 in the conference.
If the coach is not Brett Bielema, I don't think people are as worried about the game coming in. I'm not saying people are worried, but I'm saying like, the threat level midnight, I guess, is that what the office thing is? I don't think the threat level might be 9 p.m.
Sure.
If it's not Brett Bielema.
Sure.
Just because Big Ten, success in the Big Ten before and knows how to coach in the Big Ten, playing at home. If the coach is Lovie Smith.
I was about to say you could even throw Ron Zook.
Okay, Ron Zook, you're right. Then this game is not as the threat level-ish.
Yeah. I invoke Ron Zook because the Zooker was in 07.
You're right, yeah.
And I don't think there was any thought that Ohio State would drop that game.
Yeah, they weren't.
But Juice Williams,
they weren't going to do it.
Had other plans. And I think for this Illinois team, they're good. But even old Bert said in his postgame, this game shows you that Illinois is not on the level of Ohio State. This game shows you the gulf that separates the top teams in the Big Ten and the guys that are trying to build programs. Ohio State's there, Oregon's there, Indiana's trying. That game is tied right now in Eugene. Oregon just scored to make it a 20-all ball game with about 12 minutes and 42 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter.
How many years longer will you live?
100.
Okay, 100 years.
I'm not dying.
Okay, it's fine.
Tito.
Tiger blood, I got you. Next 100 years. How many teams in the Big Ten do you think, under the current format, if everything stays the same, everything?
Sure.
How many different Big Ten teams do you think can win a Big Ten championship?
5.
Ohio State, Oregon, Michigan?
Yes.
Penn State?
Yes.
Who's 5th? USC?
Yes. Put USC there.
Okay, that's the only 5.
I think so.
Everyone else, thanks for playing.
Everyone else, maybe Indiana, maybe Washington, maybe Wisconsin. No, Indiana and Washington are teams that every year should be fighting to get in to the Big Ten championship.
Sure. Yeah.
But not ever
That's what I think,
that mountaintop.
Too. Is that good or bad?
Overall bad.
Okay.
But
I mean, if you're Ohio State, it's good.
It's fine.
If we're Ohio State,
it's the way it's really always been. Yeah.
Well, it used to be. It was different because you had a Western. You had a lesser opponent.
You had legends and leaders.
West and East, whatever you had. All those things, though, you had a chance. The whole.
I guess because
Iowa
Giants,
Iowa
would show up, Northwestern would show up to a Big Ten championship.
Right.
Be like, the hell are you doing here?
Right. I know, but you had the chance. Okay, something could happen. There's a chance. And so, but no longer, though, is there a chance.
No.
It's not going to happen.
No. So, look, for the Buckeyes, you're on schedule. You avoided injuries. I think you were only down Edric Houston and Lorenzo Styles Jr. today.
Right.
And I think Ryan Day had said that those guys are on their way back. Certainly you have the game against Wisconsin coming up Saturday, but you've also got a bye before the Penn State game. So
yes.
Time is on your side. for Ohio State. You look at coming out of this with 7 penalties for 59 yards. Certainly, you got to clean a lot of that up. I know they were talking that IGB was wearing oven mitts.
I heard that.
He might need to put those on over the next couple of weeks to practice. Because, boy.
He got away with one, too.
He did.
It's like he got called for 1, 2, and got away with 1 also.
So that's my one. I would say that's my one consternation defensively.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, I know.
And then for the offense, because I think I know what they're trying to do, I just don't think that when you have 10-4, there should be any issues in the red zone. So that needs to be cleaned up. But I think that a lot of that goes to the play calling. If you're going to stay conservative in between the 20s, when you get to 20 and goal,
you got it. Yeah.
You're going to keep it. That's why you see in C.J. Donaldson fall forward or kind of fall awkwardly at the goal line, or you're going to give it to Bo Jackson. So, look, winning is fun. I know you want to be doing it with style points, but in a 16-game season, a 12-team college football playoff, style points are not something that you can necessarily afford. That can come with some experience, but we're only in year 2 of this expanded thing. We've got some score updates because maybe you could call this a little bit of a shootout. That's next. It's College Game Night on the Fan. The football season now stretches from August to late January, and we can't afford not to be at our very best all season. Hey guys, it's Eric Reiser, and if you're like me, looking at the calendar wondering how you're going to stay at 100% for the next 5 months, do what I did. Go see my friends at Hydrate Me Med Spa. I went to their Grandview location, got hooked up with a fast vitamin push that's got me feeling better than I have in years, and the NAD Plus has me thinking better too. From IV to aesthetic treatments, look great, feel great at Hydrate Me Med Spa. 4 locations, Grandview, Granville, New Albany, and Dublin. Book your appointment at hydratememedSpa.com.
You know me, when it comes to big moments like popping the question, I always say, I've got a guy. That guy is Bob Capace at Worthington Jewelers.
Thanks, Common Man. Right now, it's our fall bridal sale. Buy one, get one 50% off. Engagement rings, wedding bands, wedding jewelry. We've got it all.
If you want sparkle, you want quality, and you want to save big, trust me, I've got a guy.
That's me. Come see us at Worthington Jewelers.
Worthington Jewelers.
Where Columbus gets engaged.
Parents, let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Go for it.
We're listening.
Yeah. Are your teens good with money?
She's a good kid,
she's the
but
best,
yeah.
I get it. Switch to Huntington Bank, and your teen debit card can really help.
Oh?
You can set spending limits, and your kid can track budgets, so they learn that money doesn't, in fact, grow on trees.
I think we need this.
Sounds good, yeah. We feel you, parents. Let's get more from teen banking. Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
You know that project you've been working on? Just chipping away at it, dreaming of the day you get to show it off? Then, when you're least expecting it, cancer. And finishing that project actually happens. I would know. I've been restoring this car for years, and today I'm giving it to my granddaughter. It's her 16th birthday and 2 years since my cancer diagnosis.
Mom, you finished it?
Happy birthday, boo-boo. You keep making plans.
Visit ohiohealth.com/keepmakingplans to learn more.
You're listening to Fan College Football Game Night.
Yeah, sticking with that theme about style points and how the Buckeyes don't need them. Ohio State just needs to win all of its games in the regular season. You win the one at the end of the year against that team up north.
Yep.
And you make the Big Ten championship, you're in the college football playoff. And as was shown in the first year of the 12-teamer, once you get in the playoffs, Ryan Day flips a switch. We've got this precedent in front of us that with similar ponies, this Ohio State offense is going to shift into a gear not seen in the regular season. You don't need Texas. You don't need that data point of having beaten the number 1 team in the country. But I think it would help avoid some of the more nonsensical college football talking heads that say Miami's got a better resume up to this point. Because Texas came in the number 1 team in the country. Arch Manning, the preseason Heisman favorite. If they could give the award away in August, they'd have given it to Arch. Or they'd have shipped it to Austin and let him open it up like a Christmas present. Right now, Texas is up 20-6 over Oklahoma. It looks like the Longhorns just returned a punt for a touchdown.
It feels like you want to play the game.
There's always a game I want to play, but which game are you thinking of? Is Texas back? Certainly not.
No. Teams or field. It's sweeping the nation.
Okay.
It's really good.
Teams or the field. Because you're right. There is one less team. I don't play it.
Okay, I'm doing. We don't have any imaging for it, so
No.
AP top 25s are going into this week. Ohio State or the field?
Field.
Ohio State and Miami or the field?
Field.
Ohio State, Miami, and Oregon or the field? Oregon's tied with Indiana.
Indiana's in the. Are they in the red zone?
I think they're in the Mauve zone.
Field.
Okay. Ohio State, Miami, Oregon, and Ole Miss or the field?
So Ole Miss survived today against Wazoo. I think I'm going to take the field.
Ohio State, Miami, Oregon, Ole Miss, and A&M or the field?
Give me that group.
Ohio State, Miami, Oregon, Ole Miss, A&M. Play along if you want, my man.
Adam, I'm good there. I'm taking one of those teams.
You're taking one of those 5. You will stop there.
I think the cultists at A&M will beat Kansas tonight.
Okay.
And they'll probably, we'll see what happens tomorrow around noon, but that factors to jump how if they crush Kansas, or no, Texas Tech has Kansas, Texas A&M has Florida. If A&M crushes Florida, they leap over, I think.
Well, because Oregon happens there too. What do you got?
I'm going to say you are the professional analyst who have years of experience in this, and I'm going to say I agree.
Okay. So you will take...
That was my helpful analysis. I hope that really enhanced the show.
Well done. 60 Minutes-esque. You would take Ohio State, Miami, Oregon, Ole Miss, A&M over the field.
Yes. To win the national championship.
So you're not... So Oklahoma's in there, and they're in a battle right now, by the way. Alabama's not in that group then. Texas Tech, Georgia, LSU, Tennessee. Okay.
See, because Georgia's so far down. If we're playing this game the way you want it, diabolically, I've got to go 10 teams.
10, yeah, you're right. I've got to 10 to get to Georgia. You're right.
I'm still not ready to. And Alabama's there 2-8. They survived Missouri today.
Mm-hmm. Nice win on the road.
All right. It's a good game. I can see why it is sweeping the nation.
Yes. Thank you.
I'm still not ready to kick the Bulldogs or the Tide out of national championship contention.
All right.
But this is, I guess, where we're at as a college football fan base week to week, because if this game in Dallas goes down to Texas with a 14-point win over Oklahoma, are people throwing the Sooners off the boat? And that's unfair, I think, because of John Mateer is playing, and it could be playing to the detriment of his team.
Right.
Because he's not looked great today, and he's got a gigantic target on his hand.
I think I would go Ohio State, Miami, Oregon over the field. I think I would go one of those 3 are going to win it.
Okay.
You know what? I'm going to jump in. I actually do think you're right. I mean, the dominance, and especially maybe I'm just a little naive being here, but the dominance of Ohio State, like, come on. I think we got a chance. I'm changing my mind, Tito. I'm with you. I'm with you.
Indiana's about to score a touchdown.
Indiana's now in the red zone. They're at the 4-yard line of the Ducks.
They're in the redder zone. They're inside like the 9.
But I think that a team like Oregon, you get them in, and they light things up.
I'm with you. Yes, I agree.
I think Oklahoma, they get healthy. You know, if John Mateer is able to, if that throwing hand gets healthier, because it was, I think, the biggest question for this week with what would happen at Red River if Mateer wants to play it. He goes to Brent Venables and says, "You got to put me in, coach." He's so far been the catalyst for the success the Sooners have had this season. Do you tell him no?
He had Heisman moments in that game against Auburn. You know, he had Heisman moments. That's what it was. It was a great performance by him. And so I get why they're putting him in there. Oklahoma, yes, if they're healthy, and I think they're dangerous. Oregon, get them into the tournament, hosting a first-round game at home, yes, they're dangerous.
And even Texas has the talent. But right now they might have dug themselves into too much of a hole.
Yeah.
Mateer 17 of 31 for 167 yards. He's had 3 interceptions today. I knew it was woof.
I knew it was
Buzz your
2,
girlfriend, but that's bad. Arch Manning on the other side, 21 of 27, $166 and a touchdown. Arch is also. I looked at 3 teams going into the season.
Okay.
Ohio State, Oregon, Texas as the most talented bunch atop any other program. And I still feel that way. Less so about Texas because of how it's looked for Arch Manning. But if they can get this win against Oklahoma, then Texas has a pretty manageable schedule until looking at the middle of November. November 15th, they're at Georgia. So then they got A&M to close out the season. If the Longhorns get it together and get one of two of those, that's a team I would tell you then, put them in the playoff, see how things go.
My thing with Texas is, and with Arch Manning specifically, is I think we people, the media.
Who you calling?
Right, I know. I was going to say you people, but I'm part of the people too.
We are the people.
Okay. I think that we hyped up Arch more. I don't blame Arch Manning for his struggles.
He made Paul Feinbaum look bad. How dare he?
I know he did. I know. Governor Paul Feinbaum. I don't blame Arch Manning because he's a first-year starter at an SEC school with a lot of hype. If his name is Arch Thompson, it's a different thing.
Yeah. Oh, I agree.
And by the way, he might not start as Arch Thompson. That's also fair, too. Like, he might not be the starter.
There would have been no conversation about this Arch Thompson, to your point, last year with Quinn Ewers.
None. Yes, You're right. Yes, none at all. So I don't blame Arch for what's happened so far.
I mean, they're ridiculous expectations to have on a kid that's that age.
I agree as well. And look, he did sign NIL money, which I don't blame him for that one bit, and that should not affect how we view him as a quarterback.
I agree.
So,
because Drew Aller's doing Ram truck commercials.
Right. And so, like, this, it's more about, I think, the media and maybe even Sarkisian a little bit than it is about Arch Manning.
Yeah, I think some of the Sark shine is starting to weather a little bit. However, still up 20-6 in the biggest game of their season.
No doubt.
So you can
by the way, every week
you can push a lot of your dirty clothes under the bed if you beat Oklahoma and your Texas.
Every week now is the biggest week of the season for them because they cannot lose another game. So every week is the biggest week of the season for them.
I'll tell you what, Tito, I'm not quite ready to go there with you.
You think
because
3 losses, they can still get in?
There's going to be a 9-3 like there was last year from the SEC. That's going to be banging the drum. And you're going to have ESPN saying, why not this 9-3 SEC team? Look at all of their wins and then just conveniently gloss over their ridiculous losses.
Was Bama 9-3 last year?
Yeah.
Okay.
They lost to Oklahoma at the end of the season.
Which was a bad loss.
And it was
a
terrible loss. And they just seem to forget that loss existed.
I know.
Which is my favorite thing because, that results on the field have to matter.
Yes.
Do you want to do rankings discussion or a Heisman talk? We got a couple minutes. We got to get Tyler Danberg.
Let's do Heisman talk.
Okay. So at the beginning of the season, you had Arch Manning with the best odds. Right now, as of earlier this week, because they haven't updated them. They update them on Tuesdays, it feels like. Carson Beck, according to BetMGM, had the best odds. Quarterback for Miami. The Canes are on a bye this week. Then it's Dante Moore out of Oregon. And then Jeremiah Smith and Ty Simpson, the quarterback from Alabama, had the same plus 800. Then it's Johnny Mateer plus 1,000. Then it's Fernando Mendoza, Indiana quarterback, plus 1,300. Then Julian Sane and Mississippi's quarterback, Trinidad Chambliss, at plus 1,500. Now, with today's result in Illinois, I thought had the potential to be a Jeremiah Smith stat pattern.
Me too.
You could get up big in the second quarter and then just keep throwing him down the field, thinking maybe Brett Bielema annoys you with just enough to want to crush him into dust.
Sure.
And that would be with Jeremiah Smith. Now you're coming out of that game. If you're Ohio State, I do believe that every season a team like the Buckeyes should look at themselves in mid-October and say, are we going to do a Heisman campaign?
And I saw somebody that Gary in the chat, I believe it was, asked me about that. Like, are we going to, or on Twitter maybe asked me, should Ohio State now start pushing Sayin for the Heisman Trophy? And I don't think it matters. I don't think the Heisman Trophy matters like it used to. Only because when you were growing up and I was growing up, Reese, before, like, there was like BCS, whatever, there's no playoff.
Yeah.
Okay. So a lot of the times the Heisman Trophy winner was held on a certain pedestal.
Mm-hmm.
But now, because there's so many things that happen after the Heisman used to happen like before there were conference championship games, before there was bowl, like the bowl, all that stuff happened before that. And now it's almost like, I get it. Travis Hunter won the Heisman last year. That's great. But damn it, Will Howard had a really good season after the Heisman was announced. You know what I mean?
I will argue that it should be, if you're going to do the most outstanding player in college football in a season, you do the totality of the season.
Yes.
And that includes the playoff and the national championship. If you want to get into the minutia about should we do a regular season and then a playoff, now that there is an expanded 12-teamer, fine, we can have that conversation. But as of right now, it's the best season, the best player who's having the best season.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that I wasn't going to agree with your point, but then you made it, and I said, damn it, that's a good one. I agree with you. I don't necessarily think if you're Ryan Day and Ohio State, you care at all. Because the goal is not to win the Heisman or have one of your guys win the Heisman. The goal is to beat Michigan and win the national championship. Hey, those are what you're focused on. Anything else is silly window dressing.
Reese, I'll be honest. I don't think San and Jeremiah Smith care either.
No.
I don't think they do.
I don't either.
Yeah, I mean, like, it doesn't matter who they say the best players in college football. We both know. You and I both know.
Jeremiah
we know
Smith's
Jeremiah Smith, the best player.
And I'm almost positive you straw poll 10 college football fans.
Right.
That would say, I'm a ball knower. I've watched every game. Who's the best quarterback right now? 9 of 10 would say Julian Sain.
I think so, too.
If they've truly watched,
yes,
and if they've truly taken in every single game this season, there's no quarterback that's playing better, certainly. There's no quarterback that's seeing the field better. There's no quarterback that's putting the ball better. There's no quarterback that's playing a cleaner game than the California kid for the Buckeyes. A person who saw the Julian Sain experience live and in living color today in Champaign and who's seen it throughout this season is Tyler Danberg. He'll join us coming up next. It's College Game Night on The Fan.
All the 10 TV people come over to our side of the building to take a deuce. That should tell you something about how we operate. The Fan.
Holiday gifting is a good deal better when you shop early holiday deals at Meijer. Save $40 on a Keurig K-Slim single-serve brewer. Save 25% on Room and Retreat Collection Cold Weather Throws. Get 30% off select Hasbro board games. And get 50% off select Hatchimals Alive toys. Bring more happy to the holiday season with early holiday deals at Meijer. Exclusions apply. See all deals in-store or in the Meijer app.
Get Eco.
Hey, Aaron, I invented a way to make sure people's furnaces are safe.
Do you test high temperature, flame rollout, flame limit, and flame proving?
Yeah, no one wants to set their house on fire.
Do you inspect the heat exchanger?
Yeah, no one wants a house full of carbon monoxide.
We already do all that for just $89.
Yeah, but my price is just $88.
Okay, so $88 will be the new price for a furnace safety check.
Get Eco.
I also invented a cool new name for it.
Okay.
I call it the Super Safety Check.
What makes it super?
Well, it costs $1 less, and it has super in the name.
Should I start calling you Super Jerry?
The Super Jerry Super Safety Check. I like it.
Get Eco to safety check your furnace.
Or, for $1 less, you can get the Super Jerry Super Safety Check.
Get Eco.
Eco plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians.
GetEco.com.
Hey there, friends. Bo Bishop here. At High Bank Distillery, they believe every pour should tell a story. The Whiskey War spirits tell the story of Prohibition in every sip. Whiskey War was awarded the best blended whiskey in America 3 years running at the San Francisco World Spirits Competition, the largest and most respected spirits competition in the world. Enjoy their nationally recognized spirits distilled right here in Ohio. Stop by your local liquor store or order a bottle direct to your door at sealbacks.com. Drink the best. Forget the rest. Learn more at highbankdistillery.com.
Hey guys, it's Timmy Hall from my friends at Orthopedic One, Central Ohio's most trusted orthopedic practice. 2 years ago, I was actually experiencing hip pain for the first time in my life, and I knew I needed the best. So I chose Orthopedic One for my physical therapy needs. And in a matter of weeks, I was rotating that golf swing better than before, and I was the longest hitter in my group again. So be like me and trust Orthopedic One and stay at the top of your game. Several convenient locations across Central Ohio. To find a physician or location near you, just go to orthopedic1.com.
Join the Fan weeknights at 6 for the Buckeye Show. And if you're asking if it's just a bunch of homers rooting for all things Ohio State, yes it is. Proud to be your flagship home of the Buckeyes, the Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at runyondentalgroup.com. That's runyondentalgroup.com.
The football season now stretches from August to late January, and we can't afford not to be at our very best all season. Hey guys, it's Eric Reiser, and if you're like me, looking at the calendar wondering how you're going to stay at 100% for the next 5 months, do what I did. Go see my friends at Hydrate Me Med Spa. I went to their Grandview location, got hooked up with a fast vitamin push that's got me feeling better than I have in years, and the NAD Plus has me thinking better too. From IV to aesthetic treatments, look great, feel great at Hydrate Me Med Spa. 4 locations, Grandview, Granville, New Albany, and Dublin. Book your appointment at hydratememedspa.com.
Hey Columbus, it's Lorenzo Stiles Jr., Ohio State student athlete. It's football season, and just like on the field, success starts with the right game plan and the right team. That's why I'm proud to team up with Monogram Homes. They're the true custom home builder bringing precision, creativity, and attention to every detail, just like we do on Saturdays. If you're ready to build, don't settle for standard. Go custom. Go Monogram. Visit monogramhomes.net to start building today. Monogram Homes, a builder you can trust.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone here for Window Nation. Columbus, October is here, and with good weather comes more home improvement projects. Do you have old, stuck, or cracked windows that you've been putting off replacing? Well, Window Nation Columbus can help. This month, when you buy 2 windows, you'll get 2 more for free. There's no limit to how many windows you replace, and your total price includes 1-day installation. With Window Nation, you also won't have to make any payments for 2 years, which is a big deal with the holiday season coming up. And did I mention you could celebrate your newly upgraded home with 2 free tickets to an upcoming Ohio State football game? What other company in Columbus would thank you for replacing all your windows in your home with a fun experience like that? Put an end to your window problems before this beautiful fall weather ends. Now through October 31st, buy 2 windows, get 2 for free now, plus pay nothing for 2 years with Window Nation, a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Visit windownation.com today to start your free estimate. That's windownation.com.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. 2 jabronis talking football.
Thank you, football god.
No better way to spend a Saturday. This is Fan College football game night.
Reiser and Tito, the aforementioned jabronis.
Yes.
We're going to go out now to the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Tyler Danberg's the sideline reporter for the Ohio State Sports Network. We'd be doing a very horrible disservice to you, the listeners, if we didn't bring this bit of breaking news that Northwestern has handed Penn State a 3rd straight loss. Mm-hmm. The Wildcats get the 22-21 win in Happy Valley. Shocking. I would use the word... it would be the word that I would use. I'm going to get Tyler's thoughts on this first. Tyler, if you had a word to describe how things are going for Penn State, it would be what?
Such a great question. I think the word is awestruck. Maybe like indescribable what's happening. Never have we seen a preseason number 2 team have this quick of a fall in a 3-week stretch, really 2-week stretch after you lose to a now top 3 team, which also is on the ropes right now in Oregon.
Yeah, I think Oregon's going to have to lose this game. It's like Indiana's driving again. There's about less than 4 minutes left, and they're doing that. But look, the fact that Penn State now has lost 3 straight games. Franklin's job on the line?
No, not right now. It should be, but it's not.
You don't think so?
From what I've gained from the Penn State thing is that this is going to be bad, but they don't have the money and they don't have the supreme desire to fire him because of what the unknown is so scary for them.
Okay.
Because they've lived it and they've also seen it happen to Michigan, where you have the legendary head coach or you have a head coach that's been really good for a long time. It's year 11 for Franklin and Happy Valley. That who are we going to go get? And I think that fear is going to keep them from doing that, at least right now.
He said legendary, Tyler. Do you think James Franklin's legendary?
I did, but I corrected myself a little bit.
That's fine.
Yeah. Eric's a pro's pro. He made a great adjustment there.
You don't have to lie to the listeners, Tyler, but I appreciate you.
That's fine.
The $20 will be on your desk when you get back from Champaign.
I'm your guys' number 1 supporters, and I hope you know that. But I mean, James Franklin has done great things at Penn State. I mean, he's been able to take them basically one play away from competing for a national championship in the 12-team format. And, I think that the questions of him winning the big game, it's been a yearly annual narrative, but now the questions are, I mean, what are we going to look at these next, how are we going to look back at these last 2 weeks? Because, with all credit to Northwestern and all credit to UCLA, what they did again against Michigan State, 38-13 win today, is like, you got to give them all the credit to Tim Skipper and Jerry Neuheisel and those guys. But still, I mean, these are 2 games you should not win, or these are 2 games you should not lose if you're Penn State, and I bet the Nittany Lions and James Franklin are going to look at themselves in the mirror even harder than they did last week, because last week could have been a fluke. It could have been a fluke, but this certainly doesn't help those accusations.
Is there an atmosphere in Champaign?
There was today. There really was today. And now the student section left midway through the fourth quarter, but there was an atmosphere. Like on third and fourth downs, that Fighting Illini crowd was getting after it. It has to be up there with some of the record crowds they've had.
Tyler Danberg, our guest, he's the sideline reporter for the Ohio State Sports Network, and he was in Memorial Stadium today for Ohio State's 34-16 win over number 17 Illinois. Tyler, it was late in the game where Ryan Day took a timeout, and he looked like he was about to lose it on his offense. What did you see and hear from Ohio State's head coach in that moment?
Yeah, I think if you want to learn things about Ryan Day, you learn about what happens inside of 5 or 10 minutes in the fourth quarter when the team is up, when the team is maybe up multiple scores, because he doesn't keep his foot off the gas pedal. And he even said after the game, he thought that maybe the team took a little bit of the foot off the gas pedal. But also, too, when you look at the stat sheets at the end of the game, it might be a little bit misleading because Illinois had more possession time. They had more possessions late in that second half, and the game had pretty much been written off. But I think that tells you a lot about Ryan Day, is that he just, whether it's 70-0 against Grambling State or, a 15-point game at the number 17 team in the country, he's the same person regardless of the situation.
How do you think Ohio State reacted to when Illinois went up tempo and trying to do things, kind of screw Ohio State up that way? Do you think it frustrated Ohio State at all?
You know what, Tito? You would think on the surface that they would be frustrated, and you look around and they just were not fazed. The energy is the same on the sidelines as any other previous series or quarter or game, and I think that the composure is a testament to the staff. I don't think Julian Sayin ever budged. My favorite thing to watch about Julian Sayin is that he gets off the sideline, gets off the field, and he goes right over to the iPad and he goes to work. And the defense, when they do get off the field or even when they stay on it, they're constantly communicating. So I really couldn't tell you if we couldn't really sense a frustration. Maybe there was internally, but they're doing a really good job of not letting that get out.
Tyler, this is a bad job out of me for not researching this before we got you on the air, but any update on Jeremiah Smith and what you saw from your vantage point of him coming off the field looking like he might have landed on his head?
Yes. So we'll start off with that. So on that reverse, Jeremiah rushed over to the left side and he fell awkwardly, and he kind of fell like on top of the head, but the thing that was getting him was his back. And he was grabbing the lower back region, and from what we could tell you, what we could really report from what we observed, give credit to the Ohio State athletic training staff and the medical personnel. I mean, they did a great job examining Smith and a great job of trying to make sure that he was right and ready to play. And he was working that lower back, moving side to side, stretching out the legs, and he was on the bike too. He was on the exercise bike, which usually you see Jeremiah on the bench talking with his receivers, talking to his quarterback, and staying put there. But he just wanted to keep moving. And I think the thing from what we could observe, Eric and Tito, is that, I mean, maybe it had a little bit of an effect on him just when he was getting back out there, like he was constantly holding his back. Maybe that was just a precaution. It wasn't necessarily like holding it or wincing in pain, but he was just continuing to monitor that. And then Jeremiah Smith, what does he do? He scores a touchdown. He makes a nice little double move. He just shuffles past his defender and Jaheim Clark, and then he grabs a touchdown. So that's Jeremiah Smith in a nutshell. He finds a way to fight through, but he was able to go really about 3 plays after he had that slight little injury.
Okay, I doubt Matt Patricia would say, "Hey, I'm happy with this. I'm satisfied with this, whatever." But do you think that he's okay with the way the defense played today?
I think he could be if you look at those 47 rushing yards and the 3 turnovers. Now they did allow 295 yards, and the passing game was able to get a little bit of an edge on them in Illinois. But I think that the 3 turnovers really stands out because we've talked about this every week. We have to go beyond nitpicking when it comes to this vaunted Ohio State defense. And if there was maybe one thing that they can continue to do more, it's get turnovers. And how about the job that Jermaine Matthews Jr. and Caden Curry and Peyton Pierce and the defense did today? I mean, that was absolutely exceptional. Caden Curry, boy, I mean, maybe you see shades of the Bosa family. Maybe you see a different Buckeye pass rusher of the past, but I mean, he just continues to show why he's one of the best defensive ends in the country. I mean, he's leading the Big Ten in tackles for loss and sacks, and he's just doing an incredible job. And it was fun, too, on the sidelines after the Peyton Pierce interception. He was trying to figure out, guys, who deflected the ball? Who broke up the pass that allowed me to secure my first career interception? And so he kept on trying to scour through, and he finally found Jermaine Matthews, gave him a big hug, and I think that just says a lot about, how selfless these guys are.
Well, winning's fun, Tyler. I've been saying it for most of the evening, and the Buckeyes are 6-0 with a trip to Madison next week for a 3:30 kick. Bud, we appreciate you giving us the time all season, and especially tonight. Safe travels back to Columbus, and we'll talk to you next week, all right?
Eric, Tito, thank you again so much, guys. Really appreciate having me on.
Again, Tyler Danberg's a sideline reporter for the Ohio State Sports Network. He was kind enough to give us some of his time tonight, courtesy of the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. It is final, and the orange team's wearing the gold hat. We'll discuss that next. It's College Game Night on the Fan.
We test marketed naming the show A Guy and His Butlers.
Oh, that is very touching.
But we thought Bishop and Friends had a better ring to it.
Weekday mornings at 9.
The Fan.
Hey there, you've got a ton of equity in your home. You're sitting on a gold mine. You could do so much with all that cash, like travel, invest it, or pay off debt. But you can't touch it unless you sell your home. But you really don't want to move. And besides, homes are sitting on the market a long time these days. You're trapped, right? Not with TrueHold. With TrueHold, you can cash out your equity in as little as 30 days. But listen, you don't have to move. You can stay in the home you love as a renter. That's TrueHold's Sell and Stay program. Cash out your entire home's value and stay put. TrueHold even covers property taxes, property insurance, and essential repairs. Imagine using that equity to travel, invest, or pay off debt. And you can stay in your home. It's brilliant, especially in this slow market. Get your all-cash offer now. Call 1-855-300-9993. Again, that's 1-855-300-9993. Or visit TrueHold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out on your home's value without moving. That's TrueHold.com.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
You know me, when it comes to big moments like popping the question, I always say, I've got a guy. That guy is Bob Capace at Worthington Jewelers.
Thanks, Common Man. Right now, it's our fall bridal sale. Buy one, get one 50% off. Engagement rings, wedding bands, wedding jewelry. We've got it all.
If you want sparkle, you want quality, and you want to save big, trust me, I've got a guy.
That's me. Come see us at Worthington Jewelers.
Worthington Jewelers.
Where Columbus gets engaged.
You know that thing you've always been too scared to go for? It seems like you'll never have the guts. Then a cancer diagnosis. And doing that thing becomes way less scary. I would know. I've always wanted a black belt. And today, the only thing standing in my way is a few wooden boards. It's been a lot of hard work and 5 years since I beat cancer at Ohio Health. Bring it on. You keep making plans.
Visit ohiohealth.com/keep making plans to learn more.
We're 1-800-GOT-JUNK. I was told you could make us feel better. You're suffering from too much junkitis. Point at something you haven't used lately. Wow, it's gone. Try it, honey. You'll feel light as a feather.
Something I haven't used?
All you have to do is point.
I feel like I'm flying.
That's the sound of optimism and energy and possibilities. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. This is the Fan's Game Day Scoreboard.
This Game Day update is sponsored by Mutual Federal, proudly serving Columbus with personal and business solutions at mutualfederal.com.
Good evening. I'm Eric Reiser. Indiana took a 10-point lead at number 3 Oregon. Then the Hoosiers just intercepted Dante Moore and lead 30-20 with less than 2 minutes left in Eugene. Earlier today, number 1 Ohio State improved to 6-0 with a 34-16 win at number 17 Illinois. Buckeyes are at Wisconsin next Saturday for a 3:30 kick on CBS. Also today, Penn State dropped their third straight, a 22-21 home loss to Northwestern. UCLA's ripped off 2 straight. The Bruins won at Michigan State 38-13. Down in Dallas, unranked Texas upset number 6 Oklahoma 23-6 in the Red River rivalry. Number 16 Notre Dame's currently putting the boots to NC State. And in the NHL, the Blue Jackets look to rebound from Thursday's 2-1 loss to Nashville. CBJ are in Minnesota versus the Wild tonight at 8. We'll have pregame coverage in 30 minutes on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Hot takes from the early games, bad predictions for the nightcaps. This is Fan College Football Game Night.
They call that hitting the post, Tito.
That was great.
Reiser, the aforementioned Jeff Thidoff, Adam pushing the buttons. We're here for half an hour. Good time, not a long time. College Game Night's drunk.
Reese, you don't need to tell me you're a pro. I know you're a pro.
I'm not saying I'm a pro. I'm just saying sometimes you get lucky.
No, you
I
nailed
just
it.
did.
You nailed it. Nailed it. What you do. All you do is win.
What's more surprising, how Indiana has taken this game from Oregon or how Texas kind of took it to Oklahoma through most of the game?
I think the Indiana thing is. I'm
right there with you.
Indiana-Oregon's a bigger deal. Isn't Indiana's first win ever or second win ever against a top 5 team, top 5 team maybe it was. They had some ridiculous streak.
Indiana hasn't done this.
Ever?
I don't think so.
Okay. That's why it's a bigger deal. Texas, Oklahoma, it's like Ohio State, Michigan. Weird stuff's going to happen. You could be, whatever. You could have an under 500 record against an undefeated team. Mm-hmm. See 1969 when that happened, or see other years. See Cooper, John. It happens. But this right here, though, Indiana winning at Oregon is shocking to me. Shocking. Now, as of right now, as we sit, Indiana's going to win the game. They're going to kneel down. It'll be over. We'll have 3 undefeated teams in the Big Ten, 3 undefeated in the conference, Big Ten teams. Indiana, Ohio State, and Michigan.
That's crazy.
It's insane.
And Michigan could fall from that.
They could tonight.
The Wolverines are at USC. That game will kick off in about 30 minutes. But for Michigan, you've also got Washington next week. And I really think that the Huskies are very underrated nationally.
So do I.
Yeah. I think that was such an impressive win for me that Ohio State got, was it 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago, yep. 2 weeks ago.
3 weeks.
Was 3? Oh, the
game happened, yeah. Sorry, we're stupid. But getting a win against what I think is a quality team, a quality opponent in Seattle, I think showed me for this Ohio State team why there's great hope. Hope's not the right word, confidence. That they can go the rest of the season in any sort of environment and come out looking like the team that's more poised, more calm, more collected, and better.
So Washington, after that game, they fell behind to Maryland 20-0, it was, and then rallied
they came back to win that game.
24-20 on the road,
right?
West to East Coast travel. Then they beat Rutgers this on Friday.
38-19 the final there, in which Rutgers had a lead, an early lead. I think it was 13-10 or 13-0, excuse me. And the Huskies bounced back. Damon Williams had 538 total yards, really 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions in that game Friday night against the Scarlet Knights.
You've got to keep things in perspective when you look at, like, Ohio State did a number on them. Yes, they did. But it's Ohio State. Not many other teams can do that.
Well, I think it goes to just how good and how, armed and fully operational this Buckeye defense is.
So Washington gets at Michigan next week, big noon kickoff.
That's the big noon.
That'll be challenged because of the time change and the travel. That'll be a challenge for them.
Yeah.
Because they're kicking off at 9 a.m. their time.
Sure.
Host Illinois, challenge for Illinois. At Wisconsin, okay. Host Purdue, at UCLA, then close out against Oregon in Seattle, and that'll be the big one there. Then I could see him winning every game until then.
Yeah. And they got 10 points in the others receiving votes category this past week in the AP Top 25. It's going to change because you're going to see a pretty seismic shakeup in the rankings because Texas is going back in.
Right.
There's no team. There's no. This will be fun.
Here we go.
This will be fun to do Monday.
Yeah.
To see if there are any AP voters out there that are going to give Penn State any sort of benefit for just being highly ranked at the beginning of the season. If Penn State gets others receiving votes. I'm going to have a conversation with that voter.
I made a joke 4 days ago that we're going to see Penn State and Texas playing the Alamo Bowl. That won't happen now. Penn State's at a much lower bowl.
Penn State's 3-3.
Hey, Penn State, by the way, have you been to Detroit? Because you're going to play in the Motor City Bowl against Mac 4, whatever it is. No offense, Mac.
That could be Bowling Green. The Falcons got a big win over Toledo earlier today.
Okay. Bowling Green won that game, did they?
Yes.
Okay.
After getting the Pudge the Cat treatment on College Game Day.
I saw that, yes.
They got the second.
They got the,
in my opinion, Bowling Green has the second best cat in the MAC. Rufus is obviously
Rufus is
number one in my heart and in all of your MAC cat rankings. But for the Nittany Lions, since James Franklin's first season in 2011, he's now got 4 losses as a 20-plus point favorite. It's the most of any head coach. Penn State's the first school to lose consecutive games as a 20 or more point favorite in the last 30 years. Truly historic stuff out of you, James Franklin. And I still don't think they'll fire him.
I don't think they can. Look, Reese, the way it's set up right now, when you've got the NIL stuff, you've got a certain amount of money you can spend as a program, right? Okay, so like all of a sudden, if there was no NIL and no like budget for paying players, you could afford a $50 million buyout. You could say, okay, we'll absorb it, whatever, we'll move on. It's not the same anymore because that bucket, whatever the money is, $50 million's got to come from somewhere.
That's going to be the question to Penn State boosters.
Hey.
How much do you want this to change?
Right.
Because if you change this and you fire James Franklin, everybody's going in the portal.
Sure they are, yeah.
Well, Singleton and Allen are probably going to the NFL. Aller's obviously gone, but you lose everything else. And I actually think they had like a 4 or 5 star receiver decommit from them.
Yes, I saw that. Yep.
Might have been yesterday or earlier today.
It was. Yep, it was yesterday. It's a bigger deal now. You got to look at like there's different layers where it will hit now, and it's not. I think that the way it's set up now, coaches have more job security than they had before.
I think you're right.
Because there's so many more ramifications that come from that.
It's funny. I was just watching, Alabama escape Missouri. I think soon the Tide led like 17-0, and then Missouri came back.
Right.
Like Bo Prabula is not a great quarterback, but he's fine.
Yeah.
But I was thinking of him as I was wondering, like, Penn State's not going to lose to Northwestern. I didn't even think about the Nittany Lions at all. Last week losing the way they did to UCLA, I was like, okay, well they're not in a good spot, but they're certainly not going to lose to Northwestern. No. I was like, Prabula though probably made a better choice to bail when he did.
Yes,
and that's going to be a very interesting thing this December when teams that are done or teams that are entering a playoff but not getting a big playoff run have to deal with that new transfer portal because it's now just a 1 week. It's now a 1 portal, 2 weeks in January.
Yep.
Good luck telling a quarterback anywhere that's a backup that wants to go portaling in December. They can't because you know what they'll do? They'll just do it.
Yeah.
And then if you, as the NCAA or the College Sports Commission wants to come down and say, no, you can't, be like, well, let's go to court then.
Yeah.
That's all this is. It's a shame that that's where we are at in college football, but you were careening towards this for the past 20 years, and now the adults only have themselves to blame. Well, I guess not the adults currently involved. What they've loved to do over the last 30 years is just kick the can down the road and have somebody else deal with it. That's why, Tito, I'm sure you heard this week that the Big Ten wants like $2 billion of private equity infused. It feels like we're inching closer to that being a reality.
Sure,
yeah. The Big Ten's getting that $2 billion sooner rather than later. And it's like, do you really want to be tied to UCLA, to an athletic department like Rutgers and Maryland till 2046?
No, Reese, I'm telling you,
But you know who's not going to have to deal with it in 2046 or in 2036 or even in 2030? A lot of the guys in administration, a lot of the guys and gals in administration right now, they're getting the quick cash infusion, working a couple more years. As soon as the retirement thing hits or they get a better job, gone. Like Tony Petitti. Probably
Whatever,
not going to be Big Ten commissioner to 2046.
I would hope not.
And we are final in Eugene, Indiana, with a 10-point win over the third-ranked Oregon Ducks.
Do I need to stop saying Indiana's fraudulent?
Yes.
Okay.
That is the most impressive win this season in college football.
Ooh. You're probably right.
Certainly what Texas did today, but you do that in the neutral environment.
Nope.
Johnny Mateer's got a bad throwing arm. Hand.
And you're
hands connected to the arms to the shoulder.
That's what it is. That's what I heard on Operation. But yes, you're right. That it is a bigger win. You're right. Indiana at Oregon. Biggest win. I think you're right.
If you're Kurt Signetti, he's we're watching him on TV right now.
I don't want to hear
it. And it does feel like he wants to crack a beer and chug it.
He
kind of gives off. Right. Google me. That's the kind of vibe he gives off.
Yes.
Is his ceiling at Indiana, though? Or does somebody like an Arkansas come calling? Or if they jettison Billy Napier from Florida, are they looking at Kurt Signetti saying that kind of attitude can win in the SEC, I believe.
I don't think it. If I'm Signetti, I want to stay where I'm at. And
he's in his he's
late
66.
66. He's that old? I thought he was like in his 40s.
No. Really? That man looks 40.
Do you see his face?
Do you see my face? I'm 27 years old.
He's 64. Sorry, I didn't want to short him. I shorted him.
He looks way older than you. I wouldn't put him at 64, but I 55 bare minimum. Come on now.
Nonetheless.
All right.
He should stay in Indiana.
I would like him to, because I think it's better for the conference, especially when you've got a team like Penn State doing nothing.
Right.
Like, you need Indiana to... I do it selfishly
carry the torch.
as an Ohio State fan. Yes. I'm not saying carry the torch, but alleviate Big Noon bummers.
Sure. Oh, yeah, that's fair. I got that.
Ohio State fan, the best way to get off so many damn big noons is to have other teams interesting.
That's fair.
Because if they're interesting, they will leave you alone.
Honestly, Indiana's not interesting right now. They're not.
You don't think a 10-point win over the third-ranked team in the country at the home of the Oregon Ducks is interesting?
They're a basketball school. I can't do it. They're a basketball school. I can't do it.
You sound like Michigan fans with Brady Hoke and Rich Rod.
Listen, win a postseason game. Win a postseason game. Then I'll start respecting you. I don't respect you still.
Okay.
So that just means you went to happen today. Oregon didn't play well. That's what it was.
Yeah. Who did? Now I'm trying to think of who Oregon played last week. I'm like, they beat them. The team that they played a week before beat them. No, in fact, Indiana. The Indiana Hoosiers just beat the Oregon Ducks. We'll have more reaction to that. And is Joe Flacco the solution for the Bengals? It's the game night on the Fan.
Winners of the prestigious Platinum Microphone Award every year, given to the best radio station in the world. No need to look it up. It's real. The Fan.
Earn 2% cash back on purchases and pay 0% APR on balance transfers for 15 months with the new Kemba Financial Credit Union Visa. That's more rewards and less interest. Apply at Kemba.org. For purchases and balance transfers made in the first 90 days, restrictions apply. APR equals annual percentage rate. Variable and subject to change. Equal opportunity lender expires 10/31/25.
Oh, no.
Ah, that's the sound of someone who's misplaced
my debit card.
Their debit card.
Where did I leave that thing?
Not at the gas pump, or the checkout counter, or the roof of your car. Now, if he has the Chase mobile app, he can use Card Lock.
Wait, I could just lock my card.
Yep, just a few tippy taps on his phone, and that sound? That's peace of mind from Chase.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. member FDIC. Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right. So we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
Hey there, you've got a ton of equity in your home. You're sitting on a gold mine. You could do so much with all that cash, like travel, invest it, or pay off debt. But you can't touch it unless you sell your home. But you really don't want to move. And besides, homes are sitting on the market a long time these days. You're trapped, right? Not with TrueHold. With TrueHold, you can cash out your equity in as little as 30 days. But listen, you don't have to move. You can stay in the home you love as a renter. That's TrueHold's Sell and Stay program. Cash out your entire home's value and stay put. TrueHold even covers property taxes, property insurance, and essential repairs. Imagine using that equity to travel, invest, or pay off debt. And you can stay in your home. It's brilliant, especially in this slow market. Get your all-cash offer now. Call 1-855-300-9993. Again, that's 1-855-300-9993, or visit Truehold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out on your home's value without moving. That's Truehold.com.
You're kind of cute. Ugh, gross. Can I come over to your house one time and you not have your husband prancing around in its tidy whities?
Well, I can't do laundry because our septic line is clogged.
Call Dormar. They do same-day plumbing repair.
Dormar, you're kind of cute. If you have an unhealthy obsession with the Blue Jackets, we have just the remedy. Join us Wednesday nights at 7 for the Inside Edge. All the Jackets and hockey conversation you can handle. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
October 10th, 11th, and 12th brings the Columbus Italian Festival's 45th anniversary to the streets of Italian Village. Cheer a bocce tournament, step to Italian line dancing, or be enthralled with Italian music. Everywhere. Free parking at Columbus State. Hop on the free shuttle to the festival grounds. Many wait all year for the 3 days to devour one of the best voted pizzas in the region. Skip the line. Buy tickets online and save $3 at ColumbusItalianFestival.com. Come for the pizza. Stay for the festival.
More and more these days, people who are in pain are trying to take control of their health. They want to look beyond the traditional medicine of going to just a normal doctor. Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. People just like you and me are finding lasting relief without steroids, medication, surgery, right here in Columbus, Ohio at QC Kinetics. You'll be treated by the highly regarded orthopedic surgeon, Dr. Ray Tesner, founder of Grant Sports Medicine. Here's how it works. Your blood contains many tiny but mighty healing tools. At QC Kinetics, Dr. Tesner and his team will get to the root of where your pain stems from, right down to the cells that are involved. By putting these natural elements to work your body, it can revitalize your joints, literally using your own body's biologics to heal you. It's a simple injection, not a hospital stay, no drugs. It's fast, all natural, and there's no downtime. So if it's knees, backs, hips, whatever it may be, give QC Kinetics a call for your free consultation. 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544. QCkinetics.com/Columbus.
Feeling stuck on your own 10-yard line in the career game? Maybe it's time to just go for IT. My Computer Career has the game plan to score a rewarding new IT career in months. Whether you're a rookie, a breakout career changer, or a military veteran ready to serve. Why spend years chasing a college degree when you can fast track your future in IT starting now? Take your mark, get set, go for IT. Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877 Cars for Kids.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Hey there, Central Ohio. I'm 10 Weather Impact meteorologist Michael Behrens with your latest forecast. We're looking at quiet weather that continues through the rest of your Saturday. Temperatures cooling tonight, reaching the mid-40s by early Sunday morning. Sunshine, plenty of sunshine for your Sunday. We'll see temperatures in the low 70s with low to mid-70s continuing Monday and Tuesday, along with a quiet pattern that will continue throughout the entire work week. That's your latest 10 Weather Impact forecast. I'm meteorologist Michael Behrens on 97.1 The Fan.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Right Way Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
This is Fan College Football Game Night. Scores, recaps, and hot takes.
Damn, I love football.
Hot. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Reiser and Tito leading you up to Jackets Wild pregame coverage. It'll hit the Fan at 7:30. The puck will drop in Minnesota at 8 o'clock. It's from bad to worse for Penn State would be in the fourth quarter. Drew Aller scrambled and went down short of a first down to gain, then had to be carted off the field. Penn State was trailing 22-21 to Northwestern at home. As the seconds, then the minutes would trickle off the clock, it became final. Northwestern with a 22-21 win over Penn State. And James Franklin just coming out and saying Drew Aller out for the season following that injury today.
Yeah, it's for Penn State, their season ended a while ago. So, if I'm James Franklin, by the way, I'm saying right now, actually he's been dealing with this injury for a long time. All season long, he's had whatever insert injury here. He's been dealing with it. That's why we've struggled.
And when I say carted off, he rode a cart.
That's
I guess
yeah.
like, phrasing's very important
I know
in
what you
an
mean.
instance.
Yep, you're right.
But that's the shocker of the day for me. It's so much fun for me to watch what Curt Cignetti's doing at Indiana because I love how that he gets people so angry, and he has yet to be proven wrong when he says, "I win. Google me." Hasn't happened yet.
This is the first time.
They beat Oregon today by 10, 30-20 in Autzen Stadium.
Yes, but they didn't win when they played Ohio State last year. Didn't win the playoff.
Nobody expected them to, and nobody expected that either.
He said that last year.
Of course he said that. What's he going to say?
I'm just saying he was very adamant that, like, hey, but then he coached like a chicken against Ohio State. He did.
I do think the coaching and the coaching against the Buckeyes and the scheduling for the Hoosiers over the next couple of seasons, there is a little, I'd say a lot to be desired from a please be competitive during the regular season standpoint. Yeah. Signetti's understanding, much like
I was riding in the front seat.
That's what I'm saying. He rode in a cart off the field.
Oh, come on, man. Let's not. That's dramatic. I'm just saying.
Shaming quarterback for.
I am,
He's
because look, you're in the front seat,
dude. He
dude.
limped off the field.
That's fine. Then limp to the locker room. You don't need to get in a cart for that. It's the front seat of the cart, dude.
Limp to the locker room? What do you want to tape a tough pill to it?
Let me ask you this. If somebody says, hey, Tito got taken off in an ambulance, really, where's he sitting? Shotgun. It'd be different. You would say, oh, why is he riding shotgun? If you're in an ambulance, you should be in the back. That's just the way it is, Reese. I don't care
Your
what the
lack of empathy for another human.
No, I'm just saying. It's like
it's actually not that surprising. I don't know why this surprises me that you have that take.
Yeah, he wasn't injured the right way. If we want Tito to be there, he needs to get injured the way Tito.
I got to see a bone poking out through the leg before you can be carted off the field.
If it's a hangnail, still sit in the back. Just sit in the back. Don't ride up front with the driver.
Gosh,
I'm. So it's the showmanship really is your problem?
Okay. Absolutely it is. Yes.
Okay.
It comes across disingenuous. Most they could have played.
I am surprised that it has gotten this bad for James Franklin, although I guess saying things about this Penn State program over the last year change, I shouldn't be.
Right.
Because I have had no faith in him for years.
Yeah.
I do want to give a mea culpa to Notre Dame. I'm taking you off fraud alert. The Irish stomped NC State today. And while I understand for those of you still skeptical with Notre Dame, like beat a team with a pulse, I would agree with that. And I think that's USC's the only team on the Irish schedule the rest of the way that has one. Navy, I should say, they play November 8th. The midshipmen are 5-0. So that's another
is
one.
damn good. Blake Horvath.
Really
He's
good.
having a great
lot
year.
Of fun to watch.
He's like breaking Lamar Jackson records.
Notre Dame's a team, or not Notre Dame, Navy's a team that could be your G5 representative into the college football playoff. So awesome if Horvath's able to do that. Yeah, I think he's got 839 passing yards on the season.
He had some kind of record where like 2 or 3 straight games or something like that with like over 200 passing, 100 rushing yards, which like tied Lamar. Or last person to do it was Lamar Jackson. He's done something like that. This has not happened since Lamar Jackson.
So they're beating Temple right now, 32-31. That game's got 30 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. Horvath on the day, 19 carries, $155, 2 touchdowns. Hilliard Darby.
I think he's Darby. I think he was
6 of 16
Darby
passing
Davidson.
for 141 yards and a touchdown.
Okay.
I'm a UA kid, so they look the
I know
same.
what you mean.
They look the same to me.
It's Hilliard.
Well, sure.
Yeah, it's always Hilliard. You say Hilliard, kid. We kind of was Davidson. I don't know if it's Darby.
I asked you thinking you might know it.
No. That's
and a Google would return the proper result. But
I should have done that.
Well, we'll do it next week. Not to worry.
Yes.
Not to worry because Ohio State is 6-0.
Yes.
And the Buckeyes with a 34-16 win over Illinois moved to 3-0 in Big Ten play and really just looked to do a lot of this all the way until November 29th. Because I'll tell you what, kids, what happened with Penn State today in Happy Valley should give you, as a Buckeye fan, a sense, hey, did you see what Ohio State did the last 2 weeks? Running the ball down your throat, eating up clock, winning the middle 8, not turning the ball over. That's what's going to happen when Penn State comes to town. Because I would think that maybe there was a little bit more because Jim Knowles is their defensive coordinator.
Right.
I couldn't imagine a scenario where Ryan Day actually gives a rip.
No. Okay, let me ask you this. What do you think the spread will be? Like right now,
Ohio State will be a 21.5-point favorite.
Against Penn State?
Against Penn State.
Really? Without Drew Aller,
They're going to be unranked. They're not going to have Drew Aller.
Right.
It wouldn't shock me if they just hung it up. Like they're going to, I think they might have the bye the Nittany Lions do.
Before that? So did Ohio State, though, right?
They got Iowa.
Ohio State have a bye?
Yes. Penn State has Iowa next week and then a bye.
Right. You give Ohio State a bye also. So Ohio State gets that time to prepare for, I don't know.
And Penn State's going to be 3-4 entering that matchup. Yeah, Ohio State's going to be a 3-touchdown favorite.
I don't know who's Penn State's backup. Anybody know? You don't have to look it up. The fact we don't know who it is tells us all we have to know what Penn State.
Again, it goes to the decision by
Joe Picklehead.
Perbula.
Yeah.
That'd be the no.
It's not Todd Blackledge?
It is not.
Okay.
No.
Breaking news. Not Kerry Collins.
It's not.
All right.
Ethan Grunkmeyer, who's actually from Olentangy.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's bad news.
Not great for him. It'll be a cool homecoming when he gets to start a game at Ohio Stadium.
It'll be great until about halfway through the first quarter. Yes, that's fine.
So, yeah, this was what I said at the beginning of the show was this wasn't going to be as eventful of a week as last week in college football was. Turns out I was wrong.
Hold my beer. Yes.
So this is for Ohio State. You're going to have a lot more fun the rest of the season because you're going to keep winning a lot more football games, just like the one you won today.
Yep.
We're hoping the Blue Jackets get a win tonight in Minnesota. CBJ skate against the Wild coming up here in about a half an hour. We will do pregame coverage of that game coming up next right here on The Fan.